Making any kind of prediction is hard. And that too, the mega prediction, will SBIPO happen in 2020? So my approach to answer this question is to find out information that is in the public domain and also the information that is in the private domain. So I have collected both of these kinds of information and I want to present it to you with the hard data, with the facts, and you let me know in the comments whether you agree with my analysis or you have some other ideas. I would love to hear them all. Let's begin the video. Hi, this is Shupriyo. To answer this question of whether the SBIPO is going to happen in 2020, we need to look at the facts. You and I can feel many different things, but the cold, hard facts will always tell us the answers. So let us try and look at it from that angle. So the first thing that we have to see is what has been the general trend. So what has been the general trend in the hiring pattern of SBIPO over the years? So I have made a collection that you can just check over here. So this is the trend that you can see. So from 2015 I have made this chart. So 2015 the PO vacancies around 2062 and the clerical vacancies it was over 15,000. And now remember one important thing, all these data that you can see on the screen, this data is actually the combined data. So this data, it combines all the backlog vacancies and also the persons with benchmark disabilities, the hearing disabilities and all the different kinds of categories that you have. So each and everything I have combined. So the figures are a little higher than they were advertised because I have combined all of these things. Now if you see this chart, then you can make out one important characteristic, that for the PO vacancies, all the PO vacancies for most of the year, it was hovering around 2000. So 2062 in 15, then 16 it became 2260, 2017 it was the highest at 2400 plus, and then you have 2100, 2100, and surprisingly in 2020 we did not have any notification till this moment. And in the clerical, what can we see the pattern? 2015 it started off with over 15,000, then it peaked at 2016 over 19,000 clerical vacancies were there, and then we did not have any recruitment for the clerical recruitment because at that point of time the merger was actually happening. So the 5 different associates and Bharatiya Mahila Bank, they were merged into the State Bank of India. We have talked about this, and this was the incident because of which SBI decided that we are going to have surplus staff, so we do not need to recruit at this point of time, and so they did not recruit in 2017. I also remember distinctly that Arundhati Bhattacharya at that point of time had reassured people that we are going to continue the recruitment a little bit later, but at that point of time they did not recruit. So this is also something that you need to remember. Whenever any kind of merger or amalgamation actually happens, then the vacancies will be suffering, and that's something that is on the pipeline in the next 3 or 4 years. So note that fact, very very important. And then it was a slight lesser figure, 9,000 plus, 2019 again 9,000 plus, and 2020 again 9,753. Now this number, this is, as I told you, combined vacancy of all the different things. And now also note something, that in 2020 there was another vacancy that was announced. So it was around 3,850 vacancies. So this is not the entire number. Remember, the entire number was actually 4,005. So 4,005, and this vacancy that we had, it was called the CBO, the Circle Based Officer. So that was the vacancy that SBI came out with, and it was only for experienced folks. It was not for the freshers. Now because of this, what happened was a lot of chaos ensued, and people thought that SBI is going to just abolish the PO post, and from now onwards it is going to be only CBO. Now those fears were unfounded. However, because they have actually announced all of these vacancies, it did make it seem that perhaps we are not going to have that recruitment. However, based on this alone, we cannot tell whether the recruitment is going to happen or not. So let us just keep these things in our mind, that this was the trend that we were actually seeing for the vacancies and all the recruitments that were happening. Now this is very important to understand, because the past trend will actually just inform the future. So it's very important that we learn what has happened in the past, and this is the entire story about the past general trend. So then what happened? SBI came out with their VRS plan. So it was the second innings TAP VRS 2020. So what was it exactly? This SBI notification mentioned that if any SBI employee was 55 years old and had completed 25 years of service in the bank, then 50% of their salary will be paid for their residual service, and these employees can take voluntary retirement. 11,565 officers and 18,625 award staff were eligible, and SBI had calculated that if 30% of them choose the VRS, then the bank is going to save an estimated 2,170.85 crore rupees. Now based on this, there was renewed hope of recruitment because this VRS, it was applicable to 30,190 employees. So by SBI's own calculations, if 30% would accept this VRS scheme, then over 9,000 vacancies would suddenly be opened up. So all the aspirants had a new hope because of this notification, but it was short-lived, because just after this thing hit, SBI had a lot of criticism thrown towards it. And why was this actually happening? Because this entire issue had now become political. People started to heavily criticize SBI, and everybody was very angry that in this pandemic, during these harsh times, SBI was effectively forcing people to retire. P. Chidambaram also said that in these abnormal times, when the economy had collapsed and jobs are scarce, this SBI's decision was extremely cruel. Now we cannot concretely say that why SBI suddenly brought out this sort of a VRS scheme, because it might have been due to cost cutting, it might have been due to normal things, but due to all this build up of criticism, the bank had to issue another clarification. So in their clarification, the bank said that it was a congenial solution for its staff. So this means that the staff has to agree so that this solution is actually carried out. And SBI also said that it was employee friendly and is expanding its operations and requires people, which is evidenced by the fact that the bank has plans of recruiting more than 14,000 employees this year. This was the exact number they mentioned in their press release. Now, of course, SBI was actually forced to say these things, but they have given us a number and we can do some calculations and try and find out what the exact number amounts to for this year. Now, remember one important thing in this context, it is that in 2020 to 21, there are around 8,000 plus retirements in SBI. So this is the actual figure, almost 8,000 the retirements that we have in 2020-21, and in 2022 this number, it will be rising to 9,000 retirements. So that is the figure for the next year. And remember that in 2022 we are going to reach the peak of retirements in the State Bank of India. After that, the retirements are going to decrease. Understand this very, very well. So 2022, till that time, we can expect a little bit more vacancies, but after that the vacancies will slightly decrease. Now another thing to remember is that the total employee strength as of March 2020, it was around 2.49 lakh employees in SBI. This is the total figure, and if you can compare it with the previous March of 2019, then that was 2.57 lakh. So SBI just coming out and saying that we are not reducing any staff, that is not a total true statement, because as you can understand from the numbers itself, they have been decreasing the staff, and I have already told you in other videos that there was a plan of reduction, staff reduction of 10% over the course of 3 years. So there are these kinds of things that are happening, and now because we have the exact number, this 14,000 number, we can do some calculations. So remember that SBI is saying that they are going to recruit around 14,000 people in 2020. So the clerical recruitment that they have already announced, it is around 9,753. Then the circle based officer recruitment, it is around 4,005. Now these things I am taking the total, so backlog vacancies, the handicap vacancies, everything I have included in these numbers. Then you had the SME and the other specialist officer recruitments, which were around 445 in total number.
So if you add all of these things up, the total comes to 14,203. So that is the amount of recruitments that have already been mentioned by SBI in 2020. So you can understand from these figures that SBI PO, it might not happen in 2020 based on what the data has been provided by State Bank of India. So even though you and I might feel differently, we have to look at the cold hard facts, and these are the facts that I wanted to show you. Now understand one important thing, that SBI, they have just said that we are going to recruit this much in 2020. So they have not given us the figure for 2021. So it might be very much possible that in the first quarter of 2021 they may come out with an SBI PO recruitment. Now this will also depend on how many people they can take in the CBO, then also about the retirements, and also the people who are going to take this VRS in this new scheme that they have. So there are a lot of different calculations involved, but as of now I would say that you should not actually count on SBI PO notification in 2020, but you should focus on other examinations. So that brings us to what you can do at this point of time. You have the IBPS examinations that are upcoming. You might also have the RBI grade B coming very soon. The SEBI grade A is already ongoing. So there are a lot of different examinations for you. Always jump at the opportunities that are available to you right now. I would suggest that apply for as many exams as possible, because as you can see, the trend of the retirements suggests that we are going to actually reach the peak of retirements in 2021, 2022. So after that the retirements are going to fall. So that's why it's very important that you sit for all these examinations and you try your hardest to crack these exams. Now do not be disappointed by all of these things. I just wanted to give you the correct figures, and sometimes reality can be disappointing, but do not worry. People who are working hard, who actually have a focus, who are determined, who are putting in their honest hard work, are always going to be rewarded. With that, I wish you best of luck for all the upcoming examinations, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.